the topic was corporate world is better than corporate career is better than the entrepreneurship. I'm not agree with this point. I'm start with the entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur he can create employment of this generation, and the generation was students were very uh, lagging with job opportunities compared to this generation. The entrepreneurship is create employment and another person. He can earn the money and a lot of and so many corporate in the central government providing fund the entrepreneur starting the entrepreneurship. So the funding is help to our career income earning.
I sit in Rupesh. I don't think that corporate career is attractive over entrepreneurship. First of all, corporate career is a 9 to 5 job, and not everybody want to work a 9 to 5 job, and that too under pressure of the authorities. In entrepreneurship, we can start. Both has its own pros and cons, but in entrepreneurship we can start our own, like we can work our own. It's actually a 24-hour job. I mean, entrepreneurship is a 24-hour job. Actually, it involves risk, but it's a people's risk. I prefer entrepreneurship over corporate.
I also think entrepreneurship is bit better than corporate sector because we can work our own perspectives and our own knowledge with our own knowledge and our own things. Because in corporate sector we scared of someone or our manager. Something mistake. Some days we have some mistakes. The manager will shout to us, and we can't we can't accept that situation.
And I'm also supporting your point. And the corporate career is not a promising because nowadays AI is more introducing that skill and also the securing jobs. And there is a lot of disadvantage, like if we need an emergency leave, we have to always apply leave, and there are a lot of hierarchy.
In entrepreneurship, I think we are the boss. In a corporate career sector, we are working under someone. So that's the issue. We can't get leaves and other things. We have to approach managers and we have to.
But in corporate career, that is more safe. I think so. It has basically the risk is less, and a corporate employee can gain his income, improve the income within a year based on his experience. When he joined to another institution, he can gain more salary, monthly pay based on their experience. And for an entrepreneur, the beginning is very risk and needs more basic foundation, basic capital for starting a start.
I just support the statement given by Kartika. Like corporate career has some advantage, like she said, but there are also disadvantages as well. Layoff is one of the main disadvantage. Recently, we have seen like in a Kochi, a corporate office, like layoff around 400 employees in a morning, within a morning. The employees just came in the morning. They need like they just note that they have been fired from the company. Okay, that is one of the important disadvantages in the case of corporate sector. Your job is not assured. But while coming on to the entrepreneurship, like we just need an initial capital. Initial capital is the only thing, but risks are also there in the case of entrepreneurship. but the risk-taking persons are few less. But while seeing for a long term, the company can face many disadvantages in the case of entrepreneurship. But I think more income can be generated in the case of entrepreneurship, as well as in the case of employment creation. The entrepreneurship can be a good opportunity for the individuals, youngsters as well. So I just suppose that entrepreneurship will be like better than corporate career.
But also entrepreneurship has to predict the future losses. But in case of corporate career, there is no more stress in, in the
The most is involved in company pressure. The manager or a company taking a project in the corporate world. The manager, employees should be all work together, and more pressure involved the employee in the study. And one of the major issue, and he waited for salary. He expect, the coming for experience. We worked on for one company in 4-5 years. So it, less salary he can gain. I not agree with the topic point. And start with the mainly entrepreneurs. Yeah, and come back to me. And my father is an entrepreneur, small entrepreneur. We have small business sector, and we can earn the money is a daily income in the 4 to 5 a.m. and not to no pressure involved, and we can peacefully go into life. It very, in my opinion, is entrepreneurship better. This generation younger and motivated. So many entrepreneurship motivated the and started major Nitin Agarwal. He started Nitish Agarwal. He started OE Foundation. OE Foundation. He created this generation compared to critical thinking to think.
But there is a problem regarding the entrepreneurship because we cannot predict the future. Nowadays, Kerala had a flood incident. There are a lot of shop owners collecting their stocks, but the flood came. They are making different loss, like 90
Job also
lakhs.
not secure now. Job also they have this generation. Job also not secure. So many we can see the daily newspaper and the job. So many companies are remove the employees, and the AI is the come to this generation. So this is the entrepreneurship better. Talking with the points.
I think corporate sector leads to people to suicide tendency because I heard a news in Kochi. There is a person suicide. He can't accept the work pressure and tension in their head of the department, and he becomes suicide. Also,
also in entrepreneurship, it also faced
Yes.
by people
Lot of-
because lot of businessmen are face losses in their
Yeah,
because
the
it's-
point said by Kartika, like for when we cannot say like in corporate sector only we are facing such kind of issues or debts or something. In entrepreneurship also we are facing like bankruptcy and etc. due to some like losses as well. So both has their own advantage and disadvantage. But I think like in my opinion I will be going for entrepreneurship because it is a secured one. Like not a secured one. Initially there might be many risks, but going to the future, if he just consistently work for his business and all, he'll be getting an effective result in the future.
Coming to corporate, one of the corporate company called Tag. Two of my friends are working there. Were working there. They didn't even get the salary of up to 5 months. I mean, they had to get up to 1 lakh rupees. So this Talbot company, they are, if my knowledge is correct, they have almost 100 plus village parks all over Kerala. But they have access to 1,000 plus crores, but still they can't give salary to the employees, corporate employees. So that's too negative.
I think entrepreneurship is better because we select a business or take select to take a business. We have support from our families, relatives, and friends, relationship, etc. But we work in a cooperative sector. We have no supporting from others. I know personally a person he have no support from others, and he become more tension and workload, and he become very poor situation.
And also choosing the career depends on the personality of individual. Like people who are extrovert would like to mingle, so they would prefer corporate society so they can have colleagues and friends and all. But people who enjoy solo life and all choose entrepreneurship.
I think to be an entrepreneur, we need skill like risk-taking mentality, and we have to be confident about what we are doing. And without, if we don't have confidence, I choose like corporate career. I think that's
It also needs that knowledge and training, like corporate career. Uh, they have to predict things like losses, everything uh, about capital, initial profit, things.
And the main problem in the entrepreneurship is we must have a basic funding. And if we have a basic funding and base planning, good skill to manage, I am also believing if risk is better than a, I will choose entrepreneurship.
I also choose entrepreneurship over corporate career because nowadays government provide both central government and state government providing many kind of schemes without interest and or any other kind of collaterals. So nowadays more gens is choosing entrepreneurship over corporate career.
And the competency also higher other than corporate career. And the entrepreneurship has more competent nowadays.
And who start the entrepreneurship? The entrepreneurship this generation, who the person maintain guts really, and the generation younger people, this generation maintain guts.
Also, offline business nowadays involved an interest too, because people do love to save time. People don't have time all these days, and they do prefer online business. So great companies like Amazon, Flipkart are dominating. So starting a business in a local area is involved risk.
Yeah, the person like Amna said, I just agree with the statement. Like currently, we are in a digital world, so we are having so much opportunities. Like not an offline entrepreneurship is only necessary. Like we have online entrepreneurship like drop shipping, like lot of that kind of stuff. We can create websites and all without even having our physical stocks. We can just have an inventory with us. That's the important thing in this world, like current scenario. So the government as well as every individual has many opportunities. All the individuals should use that opportunity to get a better career, like in the case of entrepreneurship.
for drop shipping, the capital is not that much required, I think. So
And the person should have that motivating passion in them to start their entrepreneurship. It will then it will be success. Otherwise, I think without passion and motivating factors, it will be very risk in this world.
Yeah, people should do it with
With
passion.
their passion.
Yeah, rather than making money, people should do it with passion.
Not bullshit. We can make decisions. We don't work under intuition, and we can freely work.
Entrepreneurship is our choice, because we work in a corporate sector. We have no independence to do anything. In entrepreneurship, we can do anything for start today and tomorrow. That's our choice.
But it should also have that clear plan, ideas, things.
I think for a developing country like India, we need more entrepreneurs to develop our economy. So starting entrepreneur, we can get more opportunities and job opportunities, right? And I think entrepreneurship is very required for the development.
And the main fact is the age is doesn't matter. In a corporate sector, the mandatory age is I think 18. Nowadays, a child has a skill in like cooking or something like that. He can make it from her 10th age onwards. It doesn't matter in the corporate sector.
On the entrepreneurship as well, there is not a matter of age. and we can see like like an entrepreneur like from Kerala itself, like around he's having a age of 10 and all, like I have read in news or seen in Instagram or something, like he's one of some like I don't know properly about this. I think he has employed 4 or 5 MBA graduates under him. Like he's only an age of 10 or 12, much knowledge. But in the case of ChatGPT, we can see like a small guy. Like that guy is created an AI, like which is supporting the ChatGPT.
We can see that the most grown businessmen are started from the little things, basic things, and they improved their entrepreneurship to this.
Who in this time the younger people who start the business in entrepreneur, the people the man is come to proper knowledge of the business, what he do, the proper planning of the in the future, so it can be more success in entrepreneur. That is
Nowadays, ease of doing business is also become easier. Government licenses, papers become and easy to get. So, ease of doing all business is also improving, and freedom of doing things in entrepreneurship is very high compared to the corporate. So, corporate corporate career is, in my opinion, corporate career is not that much attractive than entrepreneurship.
last 2 minutes.
Entrepreneurship is good, entrepreneurship is aesthetic, but one of the cons of this starting business is if one person succeed in business, the other person in the same locality area start the same business, not any other variety ideas or anything. They come up with the same business and it becomes competent with each other.
Competition is there in the case of entrepreneurship, but as well as in the case of corporate sector, there are competitions as well, like, between the individual. While we get into a company like some designation, there will be persons who are competing for the same role, for the higher post and all. Like within a year, they should get a promotion, right? So competition will be in both sector, like in the case of corporate sector as well as in entrepreneurship. Corporate sector also, like the my friend Kartika said earlier, like in the case of corporate sector, like we can earn more money within earn more money in the sense like we can within a year we can generate more income. Income generation will be better if we are taking some risk in the case of corporate sector, but as well as entrepreneurship also give an ample amount for our life and all.
I think for the person choose entrepreneurship, they want to ready to take risk for the in our we know we get more money from this entrepreneurship, and we take all that money in our own side. In we work in cooperative sector, we get in low amount of salary, low salary, and we can't satisfy our one side needs that time. In we work in a entrepreneurially, we get more profit. Sometimes we get lost, but in